Hello, everybody. Today we'll start our chapter 2, Introduction to Python Programming. We'll talk about your software packages, which software you will install, and about the Python interpreter, and some variables and assignment statements, arithmetic, precedence of the operator, output statement, input statement, and decision making. This will be done on 2 lectures. Okay, today we'll go on the half. The second lecture next week will make the others. Okay, we'll use in our lab, in our softwares, the original one is Python. Okay, and the second one is PyChart, which is based on Python, this software. So this software PyChart cannot install alone. Obligatory to install before it Python 5. So the Python program is the essential one, but the interface, we can use only Python. We can use only Python and don't use PyChart. You can write a code, you can run an application, you can do everything using only one software, Python. But it's hard. Python has not a visual or interpreter, it's not easy. The Python itself, it's not easy to manage. But when we install PyCharm or other Python softwares, all other Python softwares are based on this Python. So when we install PyCharm, we must say that we need to use this software. So first, we must install Python, then PyCharm, not the reverse. Because PyCharm will not install if there is no Python in your computer. Okay? You got the idea? You got the idea? So Python is the essential one, then others will come after. How to install Python? Go to this link, python.org, downloads, and download the free edition. All these softwares are free. Okay? Download Python. And right now, I think the version is 4.0 or something. So download the latest version. This slide is from last year. Last year was 3.8.5. Today, maybe it will be 4.0.
دكتور أنا هلا فتت عشان هلا أشتري كهرباء.
ويلكم ويلكم. اللي بيفوت أهلا وسهلا فيه، ما يقطش، يفوت يتابع. اوكي، حط الاي دي تاعتك على الشات. Okay.
Okay.
Go to Python, this website, and click on download for Windows. There is another type for iOS if you want, Mac and others, okay? Depend on your computer. So for Windows, example, download Python. So right now the version will be around 4. Check it, okay? Download it. After downloading this file, open it and install in your computer. This is the first step. Okay. The second step is to download this is how to install the Python. Install now, but before click on install now, you must add Python to the path. This is very important step. This is very important step. We'll use it in GUI, graphic user interface. We use this step at the last of our course. So when you click on it to install it, don't install it now. Click on add Python, whatever the version is, to path. Okay, then install now. Then at the end, click disable path length limit. These two steps are very important. Okay, add Python to the path of the Windows environment. Click install now. Then at the end, click on disable path length limit. واضحة؟ واضحة؟
Yes.
Okay. Okay. This is how to install Python. Forget the version 3.8. Now we have 3.9 or 4.0. Okay. Now
دكتور ننزلها هلا ولا امتى؟
ببيتك حبيبي، على مهلك على مهلك، بعد اللكتشر بعد اللكتشر، مش هلا، لا لللاب، جهزهم لللاب. اوكي باللاب. هلا عم بشرح لك كيف تنزلوا، حنشرح لكتشرز بس نخلص اللكتشر بتنزلوهم، تجهزوا حالكم لللاب. اوكي. هلا another software to install is PyCharm. Go to this link, choose Windows or iOS or Linux or whatever your operating system, and here we have in PyCharm they have two versions, version with money and community version is for free open source. Okay, so click on this one, not this one, not a free trial. Don't install this one. Okay, we don't need HTML and JavaScript and SQL. We don't need right now to develop our Python and web Python, JavaScript, like script Python and so on. Only we need the standard syntax command in Python. So this is for free. Don't download this one professional, download community one. Okay. Also after downloading, open it to install it on your computer. But first, you need to download the Python one. Okay. Now, when you open it, click next. Check all the box. Also add to the path. This is very important steps. Check all this checkbox. Check it all, the box. Click next. At the end, click reboot your computer and finish. Okay? So, again, some of you come later. So, we want to install Python and PyCharm. The first one is Python. The second one is PyCharm. Python, go to this link. Click on downloads. Choose the desired iOS that you want. Download Python, whatever the version is. Okay? And install it. Before install it now, click on add Python to that path, to Windows path. Install it. At the end, disable path length limit. This is very too important. These 2 points are very important about the path, because if you don't do it now, you will face some problems later when we create GUI. Okay, so add Python to the path, install it, disable path at the end. Later, go to PyCharm, choose the free one, not the money one, the free one, community version, install it. When you install it, check all the boxes and reboot the computer. Okay? Do you have any question right now? Do you have any? Okay. Yeah. Okay. So after you install PyCharm, we want to open it. When you open it for the first time, you can choose between dark mode and light mode. Okay, you can choose light mode or dark mode for the first step. Then skip remaining and set defaults. Don't go next. Don't click on next feature plugin, next. Don't click. Just skip for now. For the first step, skip it. Skip remaining and set default. Then data sharing, don't send. Then you will get a new project. Okay, so when you open PyChart, I will show you right now. I will show you right now. When you open it, choose light mode, skip remaining, don't send. This is for the first time. For the first time. Second, when you open it another time, we'll go directly to your project. We'll go directly to your project. Okay, a new project. When you open it in your project, you have here, write the title of your project here. Don't change the path. If you want, you can change the path. If you want, you can choose another path if you want. So here, from browse, here there is icon browse. You can choose the path and write the title of your project. This virtual environment, this is a very important one. Don't change it. Don't change it. The base interpreter, PyCharm want to be linked, joined with Python that you already installed. Don't change it. Python automatically detect your Python program that you installed before. Don't change it. Okay? Don't change this. Uncheck this box, uncheck and create, and click on create. Okay? After you open the PyCharm, the project name here, right click on it, select new, then select from all these files that Python can do, like HTML, packages directory, Scratch, and so on and so on. Later we'll go very fast on all. We need right now Python file. So right click new, then Python file, then write the file name. First you write the project name. Here we have project name. The first step is create project name, title, project title. Then inside this project, we can add many files that you want, many Python files. So this is for the file name, okay? This is for the file name, and choose Python file. And we did, okay? So right now, when I finish this slide, I will open the PyCharm and make some small codes. Okay. Do you have any question till now? Good. Good. Now, what is the difference between the Python interpreter and the compiler? Python is not compiled like Java or C or C++. Code is written and then directly executed by an interpreter. So you will get immediate result for each line by line. So you'll get line by line result, not like compiler. So the difference between the Python, when you write a code, if you don't have errors, okay, the code will interpret line by line and get your running application on your computer. Whereas the Java or C or C++ or others, all other compiler, first you write your code, then compile it to runtime environment, then running your application. So it's slow. It's slow if you don't have errors in your code. So the difference between Python or interpreter programs and the compiler programming languages, okay, the interpreter Python is faster. It's faster if you don't have errors, okay? Python does not have a library for input-output statement like in C. In C, you want to include standard input-output.h. In Python, you don't have to include or input or import, okay, any library for input output statement. Python does not have a main function or main method like in Java or C. In C, you can write, if you remember, int main between parentheses, open braces, close braces, and write your code inside it. Yes? In C, you must write 3 lines. Include, hash, include, standard input output.h, then int space main, open close parentheses, open close braces, return 0. So in Python, we don't need to do that. Does not have that. Okay. Also, in Python has no command for declaring a variable like in C. In C, if you use variable x to be integer or float or double or character, you need to define it, declare it before you use it. In C, you must use int x, then you use x or float x. In Python, we don't have this kind of command. Just write your variable and depend on the output of the variable, the value of the variable, the type will be. Okay, we'll see it later. Python statements does not end with semicolons like in C or Java. So every statement in C, printf, scanf, declaration, and statement, you must have put semicolon. Semicolons in C or Java means end of statement. In Python, they don't. Okay. Python statements are case sensitive like C or Java. Also, in Python does not have a curly brackets or braces in any body of if, condition, for loop, while loop, and others. And C, when you open a main body, you put open braces and close braces. If you open for loop, you must put, if you have many statements, you must have open braces and curly brackets, close curly brackets, and for loop and else. In Python, we don't need curly brackets and body of if, for, while, but instead we use indent block. Indent block means at least you need to move one space. You have to use the same number of spaces in the same block of codes. Otherwise, Python will give you an error. I prefer to use tab. So I will repeat again this. If you write a for loop or while loop, and inside the body of while loop, you have 5 statements. Okay, these 5 statements must be aligned the same space before while, after while. So we'll show you an example right now. So in Python, we don't need to put the brackets, braces. We put spaces. So I prefer to use tab because for each statement, press tab to be aligned. Else will not go, or will give you error. If it's not aligned, it will give you error. Okay, this is some difference between interpreter Python and compared to Java or C. Any question? You need to remember these parameters, these things. Now, when I go to variable assignment statement, Python allows you to type command one at a time and see the result immediately in console. We can write it in Python shell or console. Okay, right now I will go to the Python. I will see this. Okay, arithmetic operation. It's similar to C, C++, addition plus, subtraction minus, multiplication is a star. The difference here, exponent is double star. Exponent in Python is double star. It's a new one. The division is the similar. Remainder modulus is the same. Percent is same as C and Java to get the remainder. Here we have another thing called floor division. The floor division is 2 underscore. Okay, 2 divisions means the floor division. Example, 10 double division 3 will give us 3. Okay, floor removes the decimal part. Okay, right now let's go to the pie chart and we'll finish here. Before finish, let us, okay, I will do this right now after precedence of the operator. Like here's a similar of C, Java, or all mathematical operational or arithmetic mathematical operation. The parenthesis is the first one. Here the exponent is the second one. Then from the left to right, the multiplication, division, and modulus. Then left to right, the addition, then subtraction. Then the inequality 1. Other escape sequence, like in C, if I want to insert a new line inside any statement, \n, similar to C. \t, tabular, similar to C. Double backslash, when I want to put a string character. If I want to put quotation inside, double quoted inside, we can, similar to C, \, quotation, or single quote, or double quote. So here, similar to C and Java. Okay? Okay. I will stop here. For the next lecture, I will go to print statement. But now I will stop here, and then I will open the pie chart. Here, I will close the pie chart. When you open your pie chart, because it's opened the second time, the first time will give you something. Here I will go to close the project. Okay, here. I will create a new project here. Okay, let's create a new project and make something. Here we have test 2. Only we can change the title project in the desired location. You can click here and choose which folder do you want to save your file. Okay, example here in my computer, these sample projects on test 2 folder. And don't change these values. These values, don't change it. Don't change these. Automatically will be created. Remember to uncheck this. Remember to uncheck this. Don't click here. Okay. Yes. What happened here? Create is off. Okay, okay. I change the name, which is exist. Okay, new project. Let's lab or test lecture 2. Okay, okay. because I choose a existing name. That's why. That's lecture 2. Now we click create. Okay, for the first time, takes some time to open the new project. But after, you can add many files at the same project. And this time, PyCharm will check for PyCharm update every. Okay, now we have this test lecture 2 inside this folder, same project, sample project. This is the folder. It's empty now. It's empty. Now I want to create Python file. Right click on it. New Python file. So right click, new Python file. Then write any name. Any name and choose Python file. And click on the Python file. Now the file is created. Here, our editor, you can write directly here, or today I will use console file, console tab. Click on console, and we need to immediately see the result inside the console. Okay, this is advantage on compiler. In C or Java, we don't have this. You can write directly any code here, directly you get an output. So this is advantage. And we can run or stop this console. So for now, we will not write a file code. Later, or of course, later we'll do. Later we'll do. But now we'll make some in our console. Example, if I put x equal 5, enter. So as you can see from the right, the x is integer. So the type of x is integer because 5 is integer. If I write y equal 6.6, directly you have here float. So y is float. Okay. If I want here, let's go here. If I want to type the type of any variable, if I want to say type x, give you that x is integer here, but you can see it from here. So type x give you that x is integer. Of course, type y will give you that y is float. Also, I can add directly. I can use x plus y, enter. Give me directly 11.6. So it's a float number, but we don't, the output is not saved in the memory. Here, the memory here, okay? It's not saved in the memory because we don't assign on it. We can assign s equal x plus y. Now you have inside the memory s equal 11.6. It's a float. You got the idea? You got the idea? So we can write directly on it. Okay. Now, if I want, let's see something. We can add, multiply directly, make any operation. We can make any operation we want. We can say P equal x times y plus 10, example, give you directly the output. And if you write P, give you the result. Just call the P or S, okay? Just give you the result, okay? Okay. Also, we can conversion. We can make some conversion between float number and integer number. Example here, S is the float number. I want to convert it to integer. So I can put here, I want sum equal int s. So I am assigning a new variable called sum equal integer between parentheses, anything you want, equations, any statement you want here. So I convert the s, which is float 11.6, to be integer. Now the sum will be equal 11. Okay, so if I write sum, it's 11. So I convert the float number to integer number. And in inverse example, I want to ss equal float sum. I want to convert this sum 11 to float number. We can use this. So ss, it's a float 11.0. If I write ss, it's 11.0. It's a float number. Okay. Okay. Of course, we can use division. We can use whatever you want. Okay. Of course, if I want to divide example x over y, we can do it like this. D equal x division by y, give you d 0. It's a float. Okay. If I want remainder equal x modulus y, give you the remainder. So r is 5. Okay. The remainder is 5. And so on, and so on, and so on. Okay. Okay. If I write like here, impossible, something like that. If I want to divide by 0, you cannot divide by 0. X divided by 0 is error. Division error. Division by 0. Also, if I want t plus